Thank you for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch.
Yes.
Amaka,
okay, so Nigeria currently imports all its methanol. So this is a great story. This is progress. The gas supply and purchase agreement to support the final investment decision for the 3.8 billion brass methanol project is to be executed in May 2024. The federal government just announced this on Monday. The brass methanol project is a major industrial project being built in Bayelsa State. You know, it's also located on the Brass Island. The facility has a capacity of 10,000 tons of methanol per day when completed. And this is going to give about 15,000 jobs to unemployed people and people that want to like move to that space and that industry. The project is a joint venture between GSV Engineering Limited, NNPC, and the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. So definitely, I love the Nigerian Monitoring and Content Board because it makes sure that the jobs for Nigerian people are meant for Nigerian people. The Minister of State Petroleum Resources announced the execution date for the gas supply agreement in Abuja on Wednesday after a meeting with key stakeholders of the project in his office. So this is a good one. Okay. Instead of us importing because it also help us strengthen our naira.
Yeah.
If we can produce and manufacture more,
absolutely.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay, very quickly. So the federal government, through its Ministry of Petroleum Resources, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, has said that various claims by different persons and groups, the allegation that the subsidy has been returned on fuel, that's the premium motor spirit, said that it is quite wrong and disheartening for these people to be saying this, that all they need to do right now is provide the evidence to justify the allegations, stressing that the president has declared the end of subsidy on petrol, and it has remained so since his declaration. The Minister of State for Resources, of Petroleum Resources, Heineken, Olokbobiri, stressed that the fuel subsidy was a sensitive issue, but noted that the government had made its position known from the matter, and there is no subsidy being paid, and whoever has any claims or allegations on such should provide the evidences so that we can discuss. But they are reassuring Nigerians that subsidy is not being paid in any way in this country. So, any last story in point?
Yeah, so the Oyo State Police Command have have arraigned the agitators of the Yoruba Nation on Saturday. They have demolished a building that belongs to Mudukbe Onitiri Abiola. They say that was where they were having their meetings. Oh. So they've arraigned all of them. But I think the most surprising was that most of these people were 75. There were 5 women, 75, 78, 60, 64, and 58. There was only one young woman among, she was 25. One of the women collapsed even once they said they were they're keeping them there till August 2nd when they will start their trial. But a lot of the people were not even young people. They were not the men 55, 75.
Why don't you just take over the building?
I don't know.
Why destroy? Why not take over the building and use it for, you know?
I don't know why they are destroying the building.
Why are they destroying?
Because there are so many homeless people. Let them
use the building for homeless
people. What are these old people looking for? Yeah. Look, exactly.
How many years are they?
What trouble are they trying to lose?
It is like me going on the streets with...
How many years of struggle do they plan to begin
to struggle? Now, they're reminding you are fainting. How won't you faint?
Let me move on to the Daily Sun. APC rejects court order on Ganduje's suspension. EFCC arraigned ex-Kogi Governor Bello today. IPOB Kanu gives conditions for his trial. Obi condemns poor power situation. Ruga, Enugu farmer petitions police over false alarm on Agric PPP with government. Ohanaeze to honor Ezive with Hero Award. PDP, we are aware of plots to destabilize party, says governors. Okay, which story are we taking?
Okay, so let's take the Kanu story. The detained leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, yesterday listed conditions to be met by the federal government before he would submit himself for trial in the treasonable felony charge preferred against him. Because I know they want to do an accelerated trial. So, because they want to accelerated trial, he's trying to give conditions that, number one, he wants to go back, he wants his bail conditions you know,
Lifted.
yeah, to be lifted, because he never abused that privilege in the first place. So why did they just come, you know, and reverse that? And then secondly, he's saying that he also wants, because the law gives him the right to have unlimited access to his lawyers. So he's wondering, like, why are they not giving me access to my lawyers as and when I want it? So he wants that condition met too. And then he's also trying to say that he wants to be moved from the GSS custody to either a normal, whether it's a normal prison or whether it's house arrest, or whichever one they want to do, because some other people have enjoyed house detention or house arrest in the past. So why can't he enjoy same privilege after so long? And I think that they should really consider this, even though the courts are saying that, no, they don't want to go ahead to meet these conditions. But I think they should consider this because of the effect it's having in the Southeast, especially with the sit-at-home on Mondays. You know, we're trying to strengthen the economy, and we cannot strengthen the economy when in the Southeast, they sit at home, we're losing money, losing revenue from productions, manufacturing, and actually from a thriving economy. So I think the government should try to create a balance in this IPOB and Kanu situation.
All right, so let me take the story of Ohanaeze Ndigbo worldwide will confer former Anambra State Governor Chukwuemeka Ezefie, who will be buried tomorrow, with the posthumous award of Hero of Igbo Land. The decision was taken at their meeting yesterday at the NEC, presided by the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Emmanuel Nwanyawu, on saying that the former governor stood with the Igbos when it mattered the most, and that he never equivocated on issues affecting Igbos. He therefore directed all organs and structures of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo to participate fully at the various stages of the burial and funeral ceremony of Ezefie. Another story?
Yes, there's a story. When I saw it in the end, and I was trying to understand it after reading through, this Enugu farmer said that he has petitioned police for over false alarm on his agri partnership with the government. Apparently, a duo of investigators or writers, Simon Ede and Samuel Ugwede, both of them had written articles about him saying that he is a northerner that is coming to do ranching in Enugu, that he has signed a partnership. Generally, just a lot of false claims, said that all the people on his board were from the north, they were getting land from the state government. So he had to say that he is from Ugwede. Jesus. That this is from Isiozu local government, and the land that was given to him, he's a native of that place. His name was Friday Naji, and that he converted to Islam in 1998 and changed his name to a Muslim name, and that the other people that were on the board of the company were all his wives, adopted children who were Muslims. So that the idea of saying that because his company, based on the CAC documents, all the names there were not Igbo names, does not mean that he is the owner of the company and he is from that land. The controversy was born out of those two people doing their investigation and article, and they're trying to label the partnership as bringing in someone from the north to come and own land within the east and then rear cattle within the east. He said he's not rearing cattle, he's just doing crops. Okay. And he has taken the case to court so that proper information is put out there, and this is just a way to alert the public that the information that those two people published was wrong. He also accused them of cyberbullying and stalking because they were posting these things on Facebook and tagging him names that do not belong to him.
Vanguard. CBN not using reserves to defend Naira, says Cardoso. Coalition threat. PDP governors move to avert implosion. Train 8. Contract dispute threatens Nigeria NLNG expansion plans. Rising prices of foodstuff. FPC deploys operators to markets. Ganduje kicks as Kanu court affirms his suspension. Yoruba Nation, Oyo government demolishes Onitiri Abiola's residence. Those threatening Nigeria's sovereignty have a price to pay, says Tinubu. Killings, Benue communities protest herdsmen's attack, wants grazing laws strictly enforced. Okay, which story in Vanguard, anybody?
The Benue communities are protesting the recent killings of some of their villagers in like 3 villages. In one village, 10 people were killed. They total about 28. And they came out yesterday to protest, and that they want the anti-grazing law enforced. That until they enforce it, their lives are at risk. That's just the crux of the story.
Okay.
So the follow-up on Ganduje's story. Ganduje is being hit from different angles. This one is regarding the fact that he was suspended by his word. The High Court, the Kanu High Court, has affirmed the suspension of the national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The High Court said that this was based on the ex parte motion that was filed against him. They said he should desist from presiding over the National Working Committee of the APC. Justice Naaba also held that and stopped the State Working Committee of APC from interfering legally with the legally valid considered decision of the executives of Ganduje's ward. So on the state level, the ward had sacked Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje. The state people now sacked the people that sacked him. Now they've gone to court. The court has said that these people had a meeting. Everything was done according to the law. He was legally sacked from his ward. So the state should stop interfering with what happened at the ward level, and Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje himself should stop presiding over the National Working Committee. I'm wondering which the next level of court, maybe they will go to appeal before we get to Supreme on this matter, Supreme Court on this matter, but whichever way, let the rule of law be maintained in all that is being done within the situation.
Final paper of this one is the Nigerian Tribune. Kano High Court affirms Ganduje's suspension. Let's find a story we've not taken at all. Or your Secretariat invasion, 78-year-old man, 28 others arraigned for treasonable felony, possession of firearms. All set for PDP NEC governors meet, speak on Damagum, others. Tinubu vows to do with criminals threatening Nigerian sovereignty. I think we've taken all the stories in the papers. Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we'll bring in our guest co-host today and start our next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.